Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to That's Football for our evening World Cup game. The jinx is over, isn't it? They didn't get a 0-0 with Spain. They got a 7-0 with Spain. So well done to them there. I actually could have made a mistake here. I don't normally make mistakes, but I might have made a mistake here because I did actually think about doing the... I was meant to be doing the Spain game and I didn't. And... I chose the Belgium game. So hopefully I've made the right decision because I was originally going to be doing the Spain game. But having said that, I think, to be honest with you, I'm interested. I've had so many people saying to me, don't sleep on Canada. Don't sleep on Canada. So look, we're about to find out how good Canada actually are, which I think is quite interesting. And looking forward to it. Let's see what happens. It'll be good, and we'll crack on with it. What's this? Oh, what's going on there? Get rid of that, and okay. I thought Vincent Kompany was playing for Belgium then. I was like, he manages Burnley. What's going on there? That would be ridiculous. But it is the chance of Kevin De Bruyne, of course. That's what I was actually thinking about. Obviously, a top quality player. We'll go through the team news for you now. But Lukaku apparently doesn't start. Courtois, Dendoncker, Alderweireld and Vertonghen. I can't believe that Alderweireld and Vertonghen still play for Belgium. Castagne, Tielemans, Witsel, Carrasco, De Bruyne, Hazard and Batshuayi. I mean, that's my big issue with Belgium. It's still the same. It's still the same, isn't it? It's still the same Belgium team that it's been for years and years and years and years. The blonde squad centres. Yeah, the Targaryens. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Daenerys and... what's his name? Daenerys and Viserys or something like that. But look, I hope Canada can put in a performance. Good bench for Belgium, of course. Faes played very well for Leicester. Mingele, Mertens, Meunier, Hazard, Torgan, Trossard, Anana, De Ketelaere, Doku. They've got a good bench. And then Canada, Borgen, Johnston, Vittoria, Miller, Hoylett, Hutchinson, Estuai, Laria, Buchanan, Davies and David. I mean, Jonathan Davies, Alphonso Davies basically plays as an attacker, doesn't he? Mark, Icon Germany going out early, says Jokers. Well, they've got to get something out of Spain, otherwise they will be going out. In terms of a new owner, Mark, no one worth $1 billion has made it ethically, so I couldn't care less about the ethics of a new owner. Give me oil money, says Neck. And love the videos, Mark. How will Canada do? Let's go Canada, says Blair. Well, we're about to find out, mate. We're about to find out about Canada. I'm looking forward to it. It's one of the games that that really does stand out to me. So I'm looking forward to see how Canada do. I'm on the United Stand at 9 o'clock. There's so much to talk about. Absolutely so much to talk about. And I'm really looking forward to that stream. But we'll talk about that then. Bidding war, basically, all sorts going on with them at the moment. But we are here to watch a World Cup game, of course, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We've done every game as a watch-along so far. The record continues. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Get your comments in. I've just realised something that's not on, that needs to be on. Let's get it on. Be on. There we go. Where are you? There we go. Let me get the stats up. And we're good to go. We've got it on the screen. Screen machine. There we go. Lovely stuff. It should all be loading up now. Belgium, Canada. There we go. We've got it all on the go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. How are we all doing tonight? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for a game of football? Because we're going to give you one. It's going to be Belgium against Canada. It's funny to think that tomorrow night we'll be kicking off the last game. Tomorrow night will be the last game of the... no, it won't be the last game of the World Cup. That's not breaking news, but you know what I mean. It'll be the last game of the first round of group. So we'll have seen everybody, which to me still seems a little bit weird. Only 4 more games to go after this one. We'll have seen Brazil and Portugal and Uruguay. Very impressed with France. Obviously, England had a very good start. France, as I said, very good. And Spain were very good today, but how good were Costa Rica, really? Be an interesting game between Germany and Spain on Sunday evening. We will see how that builds out. I mean, I think there's some very interesting games to come. Argentina and Germany both losing. Therefore, both of them need to kick on and improve. Otherwise, they'll be heading out. I don't know why I did that. I don't need that. I'm multitasking here. I'm trying to reply to something whilst also being live, which I feel is very rude. And I'm putting hashtag MUFC on something that doesn't need it. You don't need it. Just put the tweet out. There we go. Talking to yourself is... some people think talking to yourself is a sign of weakness. I think it's a sign of intelligence. Waited my whole life to see Canada in the World Cup. This is what we're here for. I've watched United stand for years, but never thought I'd get to see you do a Canada watch-along. Well, we're here for it, Brian. I really wish you all the luck. I really do. I would like Canada to win this because I just feel that it would be a nice story, a bit like Japan today. James Pearson, thank you very much. Funny how this World Cup was put in the winter because of the heat, but the Asian Cup next year is being played in Qatar in June to July. Baffling, says Reverse Clouds. It really is. Look out for Buchanan today, Mark. He's another great, quick, young talent for Canada. He's also played for Belgium, says Riker. Well, let's have a look at this World Cup squad for Canada because we don't know a lot about it. I can think of at least 3 Canada players that I know, but I don't know loads about them. And as I say, their starting lineup, we're being told to look out for Buchanan, who is playing next to Alphonso Davies. Their squad consists of Minnesota, Montreal, Red Star Belgrade, Alphonso Davies Bayern Munich, Toronto, Montreal, Porto for Estequar, who is playing in the midfield, number 7. He plays for Porto. Besiktas for Hutchinson. He's playing in the midfield as well. So Besiktas and Porto midfielders. Toronto, Montreal. St Johnston for Wotherspoon, who isn't actually even playing. Hoylett plays for Reading. Bruges for Buchanan. Jonathan David plays for Lille. And well, we'll see how they get on. I mean, it's a mismatch. It is a mismatch. I've got to be honest. I do think it's a bit of a mismatch, but they are the underdogs. Let's see what they can do. And may the force be with them. I hope they can do well. Don't forget that our stats carousel that's going round and round is sponsored by OneFootball. They're sponsoring our stats carousel this tournament. So please do download it. You can scan the QR code in the top left-hand corner. I'm reliably told it will work with your phone. Check it out with your phone camera. Or you can go through the link in the description. OneFootball app is free to download on all platforms. Gives you all the latest football news, transfer news in one handy little app. So make sure you download it for free. And thanks very much to OneFootball for that. We are a couple of minutes away from the start of this game. And it's our 4th watch-along of the day. They're flying by a bit now, aren't they? I think they really are starting to gather momentum. It feels like a couple of minutes ago that we were doing the first stream of the tournament. Ecuador and Qatar. I'm just sorry I was quiet there. There's just something I need to write down, which is quite interesting about United. You know what makes me laugh? Exactly. I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint here, right? Just it's all it is to do with, and it could impact on Liverpool or Arsenal if they sell, and it will certainly impact on Man United. This happened in the early noughties when B Sky B and Murdoch wanted to buy Man United, and everyone said it's not fair. It's not fair if Man United get controlled by somebody that rich. Obviously, United have been linked to the Dubai Sovereign Investment Fund, which is basically a little bit similar to what Man City are. And people are already going, it's not fair. You know, the league need to do something about it. It's not fair if Man United get bought by somebody that wealthy. It's absolutely fucking fine for Man City and Newcastle to have it. But as soon as Man United or Liverpool get linked to it, oh, it's not fair. It's not fair if Man United or Liverpool get that amount of wealth. Same thing happened when Murdoch tried to buy us at the start of the noughties. It's absolutely fine for Man City and Newcastle to get it, but as the minute Man United or Liverpool get linked to it, oh, no, that's not fair. That's not fair. The Premier League need to do something about it. It's not fair. The hypocrisy makes me laugh. I mean, look, I've always said about Man City and Newcastle, it is, you know, it is like winning the lottery. Of course it is. But doesn't mean that we're not jealous of it, is it? Anyway, we'll talk about that at 9 o'clock. We've started this game. Canada playing white and Belgium play in red and black. We're ready to go. People are laughing about Dendoncker, Alderweireld and Vertonghen. I cannot understand how they still play for Belgium. That phase of Leicester's really good as well. I mean, where does Vertonghen even play now? Benfica. Where does Alderweireld play now? Early shot there from Batshuayi. I mean, I don't rate Batshuayi either. I mean, they have still... Where's Fellaini exactly, says Jeff Evans. Yeah, it's got... It's got the... well, here we go. Canada on the attack. Ooh, goes out for a corner. No, yeah. No, they've kept it in. Interesting to see what Canada can do here. Nice little ball there. Lays it off. They're still on the attack. Canada. Overlap. Lovely. Put the cross in. Good block. Go on, Canada, says Crispy. Well, they're on the attack here. Into the box. Nice little run. Get the shot off. Oh, he should have hit it first time, pal. Good start to this game. Lots of empty seats. See, it's not Messi, it's not Ronaldo, it's not Brazil, it's not Argentina. No one can be asked to turn up. And actually, this is I think this is one of the most interesting games of the opening stage. Look at the amount of empty seats. Waste of plastic. If the QR code doesn't work, just use the link in the description, mate. There is a lot of empty seats. Maybe they couldn't get in on time. Aldry loves Kevin De Bruyne, but it says they might win. Yeah, where does Alderweireld play now? I know he left Spurs, didn't he? But where did he go to? Soccer News says the Blonde Squad sent me. I don't rate Belgium a 5 across the back, says Lesnide. I don't rate Martinez. I didn't rate him at Wigan. I know they won the FA Cup, but they got relegated. I didn't rate him at Everton, and I don't rate him as a coach. And I know he did that little clip about stuff, but he probably Googled that before he did it. Mark, would you prefer to buy Liverpool, who don't have lots of problems and just need squad investment, or United, with endless problems? Miata, you might be a Liverpool fan, I think. If I was a businessman with billions of pounds, and you've got to be a businessman for that. You don't inherit billions anymore. I would buy Manchester United. It's the bigger name. It's the bigger audience. Yeah, you know. Why go for a burger when you've got steak at home? The attendance is 90k. Bloody well not, mate. Bloody well not. Belgium are ranked number 2 in the world. It's a joke, says Jake. I'm going to find this out for myself. Where does Alderweireld play? He might have just come out of retirement for the World Cup. He plays for Royal Antwerp. What are they doing picking players like that? Better passer, Messi or De Bruyne, says Harry O'Kane. I think De Bruyne is a better long passer. Played football against the far superior team who were passing us around. We switched to playing on the counter and won it. Pep in the mud, says Grealish. Of course, Manchester United are the bigger name than Liverpool. I mean, I get Liverpool fans defending that, but Man United are a bigger name than Liverpool. I'm sorry, they're the biggest name in England. You're never going to make me change. Tell you, Mark, watch out for Davies and David, says Max Wood. I'm just going to have a check something here. Let me just have a look, because I've got it on normal BBC, but I'm actually thinking they do this on purpose on the BBC. They make the quality rubbish, and then HD is a lot better. It's almost like HD is better, isn't it? Oh, you're an idiot. Just realised what I said. Thanks to someone who's tuning in, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. We've had a few minutes here, and it's been quite a fast start to the game. But there's a lot. I've got to be honest. I think there's a lot of players in that Belgium team that belong in a retirement home on a saga holiday to Torquay. I mean, Alderweireld in the team, and Batshuayi and Vertonghen and Witsel. It's time to move on. Quit living in the past, you know? Quit living in the past. I just want to see if this is any quicker. 5:44. Oh, it's a few seconds slower. What we at? Oh no, it's all right. We can do that. 7. Oh, that's fine. It's absolutely fine. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. That's fine. I thought there might be a bit of delay on HD, but there isn't. It's perfect. Great. HD. Here we go. I had it on normal BBC. Stupid. Don't ever do that. Makes you feel like you need glasses. Good attacking by Canada here. It's old, this Belgian team. I've just tweeted it belongs in 2014. It's an old team. Mark, if we get new owners, do you think they will sack Eric? We saw Bowie wanted his own manager. I don't think so, Daniel. Only relevant players in the Belgian starting 11 are De Bruyne and Courtois, says TJ. Outside UK, United is far bigger than Liverpool. Chelsea and Liverpool's fan base is similar outside of UK. They want a handball here. Buchanan wants a handball. I don't think they're going to get it. United are a bigger brand, agreed. Not a bigger, more successful historic club. Two different things, says Frantas. Disagree with you on that one as well. Liverpool have won the same amount of Premier Leagues as Blackburn, says MAFC 123. Look, Liverpool are Man United's biggest rival. I respect Liverpool. They are the biggest club in England after Manchester United. Hold on a minute. Is the ref going to do a VAR here or what? VAR! 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 He's going to have a look at a possible penalty decision for Canada. Could be a penalty to Canada. Hold your wallets. Penalty. Penalty for me. That's a penalty. His hand is out. The ball travels far enough. There ain't no way that's not a penalty. I mean, in the Premier League, it's probably not a penalty. But in this World Cup, that's a penalty. His hand's out in an unnatural position. I'll be stunned if he doesn't give a penalty. He's ready to do it. Yeah, penalty it is. Let's play ball. It's a penalty. Clear penalty to Shafiq. Martinez isn't very happy. It's one of those, if I'm Belgium, it's giving him a yellow card as well. I think that's a bit harsh. Yeah, I don't think you need to book him, mate. I don't think it was deliberate. But it's definitely a penalty. Carrasco's been booked for it as well. Andrew Fletcher says, let's go. Goldbridge doesn't do nil-nils. I don't do nil-nils. I get a lot of penalties, but I don't do nil-nils. How it's a yellow, I don't know, says James says. I don't understand the yellow card there. There's no... It's not deliberate. It's just a penalty. And I agree with Kevin, it's harsh, but it's a penalty. His hand's out a bit. It hits him full on the hand. That's what a penalty should be. But as I say, in the Premier League, they probably wouldn't give that. Anyway, Alphonso Davies to score Canada's first ever World Cup goal, maybe? I don't know about that. Can we get a check on that? I would imagine it's going to be first goal for Canada. First ever goal for Canada. It would be. Yeah. He says, yes, it would be their first ever world goal. Courtois is a good goalkeeper, though. Don't ever say that he's not. He'll be sliding into your DMs in seconds. He's a decent goalkeeper, Courtois. Here we go. He's hopping around on the spot. The goal will look small. And he's missed it. Oh, no. He's missed the penalty. We put too much pressure on him. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. I told you Courtois is a good goalkeeper. I don't think you should get a yellow card for that. It was a crap penalty. It was really bad. He's almost curling it towards the goalkeeper. Poor penalty. No conviction. And it's a comfortable save for the keeper. I don't think that's a hard save at all. I think it's a poor penalty. What an opportunity blown for Canada. Their first goal in World Cup football hasn't been scored. But they started off well. Wonder why Jonathan David didn't take it. If American investors buy the United, do you think it will be owners of a sport franchise in America like Bowley's FSG Group and Kroenke and Fulham's owners, says TJ. I don't know. We'll talk about it at 9, mate. Why is David even taking penalties and not Jonathan David, says Dwight. Oh, Belgium are old but not cold, says Good. Here's Jonathan David now. No, it wasn't Jonathan David. Buchanan. Should have been David on that. Future United striker, says Max Wood. Liverpool have a bigger history as they've been more successful than United in the 20th century, says Frentas. You're not gonna change my mind, mate. I can do this all day, and you can do it all night if you want. Man United are a bigger club than Liverpool. Sorry. End of conversation. Guys, Canada could win this, says Saj. It's a good penalty if he sends him the wrong way, but if he doesn't send him the wrong way, he's in trouble. Buchanan looks lively for Canada. Man United and Liverpool will always have the best fan banter in the world, says FBI Jokers. They've started off really well, Canada. Been very impressed with them. Aria, what's his name? Aria, number 22? Laria. Yeah, it's not a good penalty, that. That's not a good penalty. I played the game. That's not good. I sound more like Alan Hansen there. Yeah, I've played the game. They're moving the ball. You know what? They remind me of the United States. What's the backstory on this Canadian side? Lovely cross into the back post. Greedy. There was somebody better than you. Lay it off. Oh, stop going for glory and lay it off. Lay it off. No, he's offside. They're getting a bit greedy in the box. Composure. I don't think he's offside here. He can't be offside. He can't be offside. It was a pass back from Belgium. The bloody linesman's fucked that up. How can he be offside? No wonder they're complaining. I mean, they didn't score anyway, but that's not good linesman there. That's got not good officiating there, because you've got to let the game go. Thoughts on Germany not making it out of the group stage? They've got Spain next, as Marcus and James. Well, it's a possibility. Neil says the linesman and referee do not know the rules. Well, that definitely wasn't offside because it was a back pass by Belgium. Let's play Where's the Referee From? Does anybody know? Shut up about the sale. It's the World Cup, says Chris. Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Someone asked me where does this Laria play? He plays for Toronto. Argue all day. Liverpool have a good training group. Stadium has been expanded, no debt. United endless problems. Liverpool cost 4 billion. United cost 6 billion. Says Miata. Don't know what you're talking about. That didn't make any sense to me at all. If it did make it to anyone else, that's great. Venezuela, apparently. No, Zambia. From Zambia. How come? Do they do that then? Do they get referees who haven't even qualified? I thought all the referees came from the countries that had qualified for the tournament. Canada qualified in number 1 with USA 2 and Mexico 3, says Chris. Thanks for that update. And Simon says, is this the ref that blew off a match in the 86th minute in the AFCON earlier this year? Don't know. Isn't there a tracker in the ball that buzzes the watch on the linesman when it detects offside, says Reverse Clouds? Well, the tracker's bloody wrong. Oh, yeah, there was a Slovenian referee the other day, AB. Pass it, pass it, pass it! No, you know what Canada are doing? They're getting too excited. Jonathan David here has got to be looking for the pass, and what he actually ends up doing is being greedy. No, it wasn't Jonathan David, actually. It was Hoylett. I thought it was number 20. It was number 10. Well, he definitely should be passing then. I think Canada have... Maybe it's in their head. Scored the first ever goal for Canada in a World Cup. There is another pass. They're being selfish, says Necro. They're trying too hard, says Keenan. Hoylett plays for Reading, doesn't he, Riker? Courtois, the best goalkeeper in the world. Also, fun fact, Canada's coach is from Newcastle, says Ruta Dawn there. Thank you very much. Football Manager Series will be back after the World Cup settles down a bit, probably in about a week, because we've got 4 games a day at the moment. Like, you think about the World Cup day, 10 o'clock game, that finishes at midday. 1 o'clock game, that finishes at 3. 4 o'clock game, that finishes at 6. 7 o'clock game, that finishes at 9. There's literally no time to stream FIFA or Football Manager at the moment. I'll go through the schedule for tomorrow in a minute, George. Uruguay, South Korea I'm looking forward to, but obviously the big 2 are Portugal and Brazil, 4 and 7 o'clock. It's all Canada at the moment. They are well on top. Very impressed. Peter Blissett, Canada look like they're the best. I don't know why that's a joke, Peter. He says best of the African teams so far. They're from North America, mates. I don't get the joke, or maybe you need a geography class. It's like the person this afternoon who said, is Son not fit? When Japan were playing and he's South Korean. Hazard's looking lethargic. I forgot Eden Hazard was even on the pitch. Did you see the comment from Eden Hazard where he was speaking about he won't be able to be the player he was? He said, I can't be the player I was in 2018. I can't remember why he said it. Can't be asked, but I think he said about injury, etc. Canada have done very well though. I like that front three of Hoylett and Buchanan and David. Alphonso Davies is actually playing as a left wing back. Now De Bruyne, this should be a goal for Belgium. What? Why did De Bruyne get that wrong? Does he not like Tielemans? Why did he not slip Tielemans in? I refuse to believe a player of Kevin De Bruyne's quality did not see Tielemans through one-on-one. I don't get it. I don't get it. Reverse Clouds reminds me of Australia yesterday. Got too excited and scored way too early. Camel says, bruv, what did Kevin De Bruyne just do? I don't know why he didn't see it. Don't know why he didn't see it. Anana's Belgian, isn't he? Can I just say categorically, Belgium won't even make the semi-finals. So Man City can rest easy that De Bruyne will be back well early for you lot. They ain't making the quarterfinals. I've seen so many teams better than Belgium already. I know we've only had 20 minutes, but they don't look anything special, Belgium. They look It's not 2014, like I say. Great tackle. Play on. Oh, ref! That was a foul, actually. You got it right. You got it right. I'll give him some credit. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, get involved. Thanks, everyone. I am on the United stand straight after this at 9 if you want to get the latest on all United's takeover bid, etc. But so far, it's been an interesting contest here. And I think Canada have shaded it. Canada will boss but squander just like the US, says Michael. Well, yeah, they could run out. I suppose it's unfair to link Canada to United States just because they're neighbours. But we'll have to see if Canada do run out of steam. First ever World Cup, isn't it? They've never scored in a World Cup either. Could Canada go far? So Canada's group is Morocco and Croatia. They're probably going to play Spain unless they win this group. I think Spain will win Group E. So Canada would, if they come second, would play Spain. If they top the group, they could play Japan or potentially Germany, I suppose. But the way things are going, if they top the group, they'd probably play Japan, wouldn't they? We're not writing Belgium off. Again, I think, you know what? I think Belgium are another team with a crap manager. I really don't rate Martinez. I don't know whether I've said it before. Really don't rate him. I mean, he was on the telly a few weeks ago talking about United, and United fans were clipping him up, going, "Oh, he knows ball." I'm like, he fucking doesn't know ball. He's read a book. I don't rate Martinez. I don't rate Martinez. I think there's so many bad managers in international football. Stats carousel, it's working fine. As far as I know. Or has it been stuck? There we go. Sponsored by OneFootball. Don't forget to download it for free. Links in the video description. And also, at least we can go all to sleep with referee who will end this game after the 85th minute, just like he did at the 2021 Cup of Nations. Obviously, it is that referee. Hey, has said that. There's the second person to say that. Arson says, Roberto Martinez managed Everton before he became... I know he did. He managed Wigan before that. He always plays a back five. I think everywhere he's been, he plays a back five. Oh, what a bit of skill by Eden Hazard there. Rolling back the ears. Roll it back to Tielemans. Oh, under his feet. De Bruyne, this should be a goal. Blocked. Best bit of football from Belgium so far. Long diagonal. Lovely bit of skill by Hazard. Gets it into Tielemans. Feeds it across to Batshuayi. And we know about Batshuayi. Mark, why are you not doing these watch-alongs and videos in the new studio, says Angie. Because I don't live in Manchester. So I don't fancy travelling up and down the M6 for 4 hours to do a stream. I am going to be doing some of them, but first week we just wanted to get everything up and running. Studio ones are great though. Love it. I will be there. I will be in the studio. It's a long World Cup. Don't worry about that. Alex says you're 13 seconds behind. Well, sink it in then, Alex. That's why there's a bloody timer down there. You dope. God, it's like the people who say, can we watch the real game here? Remember when people used to say that? I'm tired of teaching people to suck eggs. Maybe Belgium are starting to come back into this a little bit now. Do you know what I think's absolutely useless? Cold taps. What's the point in cold water? Apart from drinking it. I was washing up the pots earlier and I turned the cold tap on by mistake and I was like, what is... Oh, here we go. There's a lot of space in the Canada defence. Belgium can exploit it. Here's Hazard. It's gone a bit wide. You can get at that Canada defence. They do leave themselves open a lot. Their midfield's open as well, says Christian. You can definitely get at their defence. They're not that well organised. No, you know what I mean about cold water, though. I mean, it's great for a drink, but I'm washing up the pots today and I put the cold water on. You can't wash the pots with cold water. You can't wash the pots with cold water. You can't wash your hands with cold water. It's irrelevant. There should just be a water tap in your house for drinking that's cold. I don't need a cold tap everywhere. I don't need a cold tap in the kitchen. I don't need a cold tap in the living room, in the bathroom. Just give me a hot tap. Cold tap. People who have cold showers, it's invigorating. It's stupid. Give me a hot water. I don't like cold tap. I hate cold water apart from drinking it. I've said it. Unorthodox, controversial. I do not like cold water. You can't wash your pots in it. You can't wash your hands in it. You can drink it, but it's just irritating. And I don't for the life of me understand why people have cold showers. Oh, it makes me feel good. Yeah, you're the sort of people who don't like sport. In fact, you probably do like sport because you're probably one of them really fit people who go, I shower in the cold and air dry. Great. Well, you could use you should just have one tap in your house that's cold water and it can be somewhere near the fridge. And then if you want to make yourself a cup of tea, you can put cold water in that and heat it up. Brushing your teeth. Who brushes their teeth with cold water? Oh my God, you've made yourself look a right idiot now. Where are you? I think it was John. No, it was Graham. Brushing your teeth. I've never heard something stupid. If you can't wash your hands with cold water and you can't wash your pots with cold water, why are you brushing your teeth with cold water? It's obvious. Hot water makes things cleaner quicker. Hot water with your fairy liquid. Hot water with your toothbrush. I'm not saying boiling hot water, but get it warm. Makes your teeth feel good. Cold water brushing your teeth. I've never heard something so stupid in my life. Oh, I'm being bantered here. Everyone says they do it with cold water. Well, I've taught you something, haven't I? If you can't wash your pots with cold water and you can't wash your hands with cold water because it doesn't really do anything, why are you using cold water for your teeth? Warm water. It'll clean them a lot better. You're all going to thank me for that now. Maybe I've discovered something. I remember saying this before. Which way in the shower do you stand? Because loads of people tell me, I think it's 50-50, but a lot of people say they get in the shower and they face the wall, they face the shower, and I'm like, what? What is going on here? You get in the shower and you face the wall? What are you talking about? Everybody surely gets in the shower and has their back to the wall. But apparently not. Cold waters are elite. Cold showers are for peasants and fitness freaks. Hyper says you only hate cold showers because your outie turns into an innie. Well, I don't know what that is. No, seriously though, I do have to say this. The cost of living is very expensive at the moment. And if you can't afford a hot shower, then just use cold because no one wants someone to stink. I don't think you can wash in cold water. I genuinely don't. If I was in the cold water shower with Radox, and I'm scrubbing everywhere, I just don't think I'm going to get clean. I just think at the end of the day, it's just going to be a liquidy mess. And also, when you rinse yourself with cold water, it doesn't get rid of the suds. Put yourself some hot water on and you're clean. Cold water shower. Cold water's for rinsing. It's not for cleaning. Anyway, if I had the choice between a pint and a hot shower, I know I'm in the shower. Can't live without a hot shower. Anyway, still 0-0 here after half an hour. It's been a good game. I think the great thing about this game is that both defences are quite vulnerable. There's a lot of space. There's a lot of space between the two teams, the two defensive lines, which means there's loads of space in the midfield. I'm with Tommy. He says cold water's for drinking only. I remember actually being at my mother-in-law's house once, and we'd gone round for a coffee in the morning on a weekend, and my sister-in-law and brother-in-law were there. They're married, that's what it means. And they'd stayed the night, and let's see what happens here. Lay it wide! Oh, why are you being so bloody greedy, Hoylett? Oh, that was David. No, it wasn't. Oh, why are they being so bloody greedy? David that time. Oh, all he had to do was lay it across. All he had to do was play one more pass. They're just desperate to score their first goal, bless them. Toothpaste poll, what's all that about, DW? Oh, right. I think I'm in the minority. I think everybody uses cold water to brush their teeth. Anyway, I'm round the mother-in-law's house, and we've gone round for a cup of coffee in the morning because sister-in-law and brother-in-law are down to visit. They've stayed there the night. I'm sat having my coffee, and he comes into the room and says, "Do you mind if I just have a quick shower?" And the mother-in-law says, "No, you've stayed here the night. It's fine. But there's no hot water." And he went, "Oh, don't worry, I'll have a cold shower." And off he went. And I looked at the sister-in-law and went, "Why did you marry him? Who happily gets into a cold shower?" And she said, "Oh, he loves it." I said, "He's slept all night, sweating probably. I don't know what you're up to. And he's going to have a cold shower. He's basically just going out in the rain. You can't get clean in a cold shower. That's not cleanliness. That's stupidity." And I slammed my coffee out down on the table and I stormed off. Favourite toothpaste brand, says Corbs. Oh, I'm not really a connoisseur of toothpaste. Oh, rubbish, Batshuayi again. You start the shower hot to get clean, then switch to cold. Closes your pores and good for your health. I do that, Oliver. I'm here for that. I ain't got no problem with that. I've done that loads of times. That's a completely different ball game. That's like tiki-taka vertical with a high line. I'm all for that formation, but a cold shower on its own is basically part of the bus. It's rubbish. Starting in the shower with a hot shower, bit of Radox or that tea tree oil that gets you all fresh down there. Hot water, get rid of all the suds. When you're completely clean, you've had your wash, you've done your wash and go, you're all ready to go. Everything's gone, all the suds, all your body, under your arms, everywhere is clean. Then put the cold on. And the best thing to do is gradually knock it down. What can you do? It's hot, so you turn it a little bit. Oh, it's getting cooler. Oh, I'm fine. It's getting cooler. Oh, it's getting cooler. And eventually, you're just... Very good idea. I'm all for that. I think you're absolutely spot on there, Oliver. I'm talking about the people who get in cold. Not even having a wash. I'm listening to this work. What's going on? The game, pal. Good debate, though. No, the game's good, Farms. Basically, what's happening in the game is it's end-to-end, but nobody's got a bloody clue what to do in the box. They're all just shooting. Kevin says, how about my Canadian boys? Better front three than United. They're doing well, Kevin. They are doing well. But they're not... Belgium are in now. He's not going to keep that in. Brushing your teeth with warm water is epic, like a nice warm hug for your gums, says Nick J. I can't believe people don't do it. You're going to thank me later. you'll be thinking about me when you brush your teeth before go to bed. Just don't think about me when you go to bed. I know it's your thoughts and I'm not really there, but it doesn't make me feel comfortable. Oh, yeah. Now, don't do hot water. There'll be dentists in here going, Mark, you're giving out terrible advice. You shouldn't use hot water on your teeth. I'm not saying use hot water. I'm saying use warm water. The sort of water that if you put it on your knuckles, it wouldn't hurt. It's just warm. You can wash your hands in it. That's what I'm saying. What about hand dryers, Mark? All cold air nowadays. Kenneth, ridiculous. Have you been in a cinema lately? You know, you're watching James Bond or a Marvel. You know, you really don't want to go to the toilet, but you've drunk too much fizzy drinks. There's still about an hour and a half left of the film. And you need a wee. And you just gamble. I don't know how people do this as well. You know, when you're in the cinema and you decide to go to the toilet. Have you ever done it where you go, I'll wait 5 minutes? You've never watched the fucking film before. You don't know when a good bit is to go. So you leg it down, you get in the toilet, you go for a wee and you think, I'm not washing my hands. And then you think, I've still got my popcorn and my Revels to eat. I've got to wash my hands, otherwise I'm just putting piss in my mouth. So you wash your hands, you go to the Dyson hairdryer, you whack it in, thinking, oh, I'll be dry in 3 seconds. It's cold air. It's basically just blowing cold air. That doesn't dry your hands. It doesn't dry your hands. Give me some hot air. Canada are doing well here. Hot water for teeth for the win. Trust the gold bridge. Don't forget to brush your tongue, people. Yeah, I do forget to do that, Who? I do. 36 minutes gone. It is funny about the cinema, though, isn't it? How do you know when to go? I do it all the time. I need a wee. I was watching Top Gun a few months ago, and it was brilliant. It was all action, and I was like, I really need a wee, and there's an hour to go. I've got to go, and I was like, oh, I'll go in 5 minutes. Like I'd seen the film before, and that was a good bit to go. I've never missed a good bit in a film before, thankfully. Deuce says it's a boring game. I think it's a really good game. I think it is a good game. I think it's very open. I just think the quality's not there in the final third. Canada manager represented my hometown in County Durham. He's a legend, says Jamie Taylor. What's your food of choice at the cinema, Mark, says Leroy. Always have I do like popcorn, and I normally have a bag of Revels. If you don't know what Revels are, they're chocolates, and you basically take it out of the bag and you don't know what you get. Sometimes it's a Malteser. Sometimes it's like chewy caramel inside. Sometimes it's, I think they're raisin. I just spit them on the floor. They expect a bit of mess to tidy up after a film anyway. I think they've got coffee and orange as well. And then they've got like the disc one. I listen to your voice when I'm trying to sleep. Can't sleep without it. You might find it weird, but it's true, says Adrio. Well, he's into the box. That's a penalty! That's a penalty! That's a penalty! Referee! Come on! That's a penalty. Goldbridge the cut looks brilliant, says Ronan. Learning more life lessons here than I ever did at school, says Eddie. This is a penalty. It's a blatant penalty, mate! That's a penalty! It's a penalty! That's a blatant penalty. And he's not giving it. Oh, terrible. That is a penalty. This ref is crap. He's rubbish. It's so blatant. How can you not go and review that on VAR? That is a disgrace. Well, they're checking it now. It's got to go. It's got to go. He's got to go to VAR. They've got to send him. He's out of his depth. They've not given it. They've gone with the ref because he's useless. Oh, for fuck's sake. That is disgraceful. That's not just the referee though. That's VAR. That's disgraceful. There is no way in the world. If you're Canadian, that is a disgrace. Not because you're Canadian, Because it's a disgrace that you didn't get a penalty. If you're Canadian, that's a disgrace. I didn't mean it like that. I meant like, if you're Canadian, pause, that's a disgrace. You should have had a penalty. That is disgusting. That is disgusting from VAR. That's disgusting by VAR. That is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Someone call the police. That's disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. Does anybody think it's not a penalty? Oh, people are saying it's not a penalty now. Well, I thought it was Stonewall. Clipped his ankle. Eating Rebels is like playing Russian roulette because the coffee and orange ones look the same, says Az. They all look the same. You can tell, actually. The bigger ones are a Malteser. We have 10-minute mid-movie intervals in India. Great, Addy. But then again, you've got a big queue for the toilets. It's like half-time at a football match. I used to go and watch matches when I was younger. And it's because of football that I started to suffer from, you know, opening night nerves. Whatever they call it. Basically, you're desperate for the toilet and you can't go. I don't know what they call it. Stage fright. Opening night nerves. That's a bit too technical. I'm not middle class. Stage fright. I suffered with it until I was about 17. And then when I started going to pubs, I was like, you can't do this because pubs and toilets are always busy. Not that sort of thing. I'm going for the toilet. But basically, yeah. Go and watch a football match, go for a wee at half time, and the queue to the urinal would be 10 deep. You get to the front, there's queues either side of you, there's a queue behind you. I just felt the pressure, and I wouldn't be able to go. It was football that did that to me. I just wouldn't be able to go. Anyway, 4 minutes to go to half time. Canada have missed the penalty, and I think they've been deprived a penalty as well. Travis says it's a shy bladder. If you're Canadian, that's a disgrace, says SD. Oh, I like Canada. Everyone knows I like Canada. I've just been taken out of context there. I didn't mean like if you're a Canadian, that's a disgrace. Bloody hell. Alanis Morissette and Celine Dion are going mad now. Clattenburg said no penalty. He's an analyst for Fox. Prattenberg. He's a nice guy in real life, actually. He did the YouTube All-Stars. Anyway, why do people come at me like that and say Clattenburg says no penalty? Oh, it's all right. I must have got it wrong. Sorry, everybody. You know what I'm like. I'm stubborn. I'll stick by my decision. You don't know how bad this ref is, says Jonas. Yeah, he got it wrong, but VAR got it wrong as well. He's not the only one. We need some Canadian coders here. EA, come on, sort it out. Is Ben Foster in the chat? I don't know. Trying to get Ben to come and do a watch along with me in the studio, actually, and on England one. I think that would be good. We got screwed, says Charles Wood. Oh, well, we'll have a look at it at half time. Well, let's do a poll. Penalty or not? Penalty. It's been an eventful first half anyway. Penalties, hot water debates, when to go for a piss at the cinema. It's like a going for Goldbridge in a football watch along this. This is why our watch alongs are always the best. Big shout out to One Football, by the way. They sponsor our stats carousel. As you can see there, we'll have a look at that at half time. Goal, Canada! There we go. Batshuayi. Injustice. Injustice bites Canada. Belgium take the lead. It's always going to happen. Always going to happen. Took it well. Poor defending by Canada, though. They don't look great defensively, Canada, I'm afraid. Keeper should have saved it as well. Who's this keeper? Straight at him. Do you leave space either side of your urinal so other lads don't think you're suspect? It's the unwritten rule. What? I don't know what you mean, Harry. Mark, this is the same ref from African Cup of Nations who blew whistle before the 90th minute. Thank you very much, Luke. Well, let's see how many minutes he adds on. Aaron Kelly says Belgium have been hit hard. It's a sucker punch for them. The ref blew the whistle earlier, 85 minutes in Tunisia, Mali, says BG. Look, obviously is this referee because a lot of people are talking about that. Squandering achieved. Alas, poor Canada, says Michael McDaniel. Belgium lead 1-0. 45 minutes and 40 seconds. We don't know how long he's going to add on yet. They're very vulnerable on the break, Canada. I've got to say. They are very vulnerable on the break. That's something I've definitely noticed in this game, and I think a lot of people would agree with me with that. So I've gone to bed. Is he alright? Thank you. I muted it. People can't hear you. Canada! Oh, I still think they could do it. 5 minutes added on. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. We are doing every watch-along on here. I've wound a load of people up on Twitter by saying Belgium injustice. I don't care. 75% of you agree with me. It was a penalty. But you know what? You've got to take your chances as well. You can't take anything away from Belgium. Oh, good cross into the box there. They've got to get a goal. Was that Buchanan? I think it was. Cross came in. They just need to be a bit more delicate. I mean, how's he missed that? They need to be a little bit more delicate. He should score there. That's a golden opportunity. Just keep it down. Oh, he's got to score that. Thoughts on a sit-down wee, Mark, says Haas. I've never had one and I never will. Unless mechanics fail. Terrible finishing there, says Keenan. How do you miss it? Exactly. I've not paid my TV licence. Can you show your TV, says Jaden. I think Canada have played very well. Their defence is wide open, though. And that's the problem. That's a foul. Oh, my God. This ref's shit. He's absolutely shit. De Bruyne's having a disco. Like, he keeps picking it up in the number 10 position, unmarked, with two forwards running between the lines. They're just going to pick him off. Corner to Canada. I mean, Canada playing like Brighton. They deserve something from this game. I mean, they should have scored the penalty. It was a crap penalty, but they should have had another penalty. We'll have a look at it at half-time, but... Bang! Oh. Wants another handball? No. Leave it. Ball's out wide. Alphonso Davies. Oh, he's overdone that. He should have put the cross in when he had the chance. Here's De Bruyne. I do feel that Belgium are just going to pick them off on the break. They've got so much space. Can we get a Mrs. Goldbridge watch-along? Yeah, no chance, Jack. And Canada has finishing power of Wolves in the Premier League, says Luke. No, that's not a handball. It's straight at his body. 75% if you think it was a penalty, 25% think no. That's a landslide. You were basically wrong if you said no, according to the community chat. We'll have a look at the stats at half-time. As you can see, goal for Batshuayi. That's why he's got a goal on his shoulder. And it is half-time now. You don't always get what you deserve. In life and in football. And in Secret Santa. But look at that half. Belgium have actually had more possession with 56%. But look at the shots. 13-4. In Canada's favour, but they've only had 2 on target, same as Belgium, and that's the problem that they've got. Their clinical nature in the final third has been somewhat disappointing. So Belgium leading at half time, and they will be delighted with that. Yeah, and probably not what is deserved, but then again, if you take your chances, you can't say it's not deserved. Charlie says Canada deserved the draw. Look, what I would say is the first thing we were meant to be doing here was assessing Canada. A lot of people said, don't sleep on Canada, they're a good side. My assessment after 45 minutes is that they are a good side. They are a good side. They've given Belgium a lot of problems. So, you know, Canada, not really that well known, have given Belgium a lot of problems. And Belgium are apparently, according to FIFA rankings, which I wouldn't wipe my arse with, are second in the world. That Belgium team was second in the world in 2014. I don't know what it's doing with half of those players still playing. But Canada have been exciting. They've been expansive. But they've left a lot of space at the back, and that's led to the goal. I feel that Canada, if this was their third game, they'd be winning. It feels like they are a little bit overexcited. They're pushing, and they're getting a bit too, you know, trigger happy, I suppose, instead of playing the final pass. But their overall play has been very good. They just need to keep it up. They've got the run on that defence. I mean, that defence is Jurassic Park, isn't it? With Vertonghen and Dendoncker and Alderweireld in it. So they just need to keep that energy up. The interesting thing is, can they keep that energy up? We saw United States in the second half against Wales fell off. Well, Canada are losing. If they fall off, it could get worse for them. But look, no doubts about the first penalty. It's a handball on Carrasco, right onto his hand, and penalty was given, and Alphonso Davies missed it. But there is another penalty I'm waiting to see on the screen at the moment. I'll tell you when it comes on. Canadians are the best team I've seen up until now, says Mario. Belgium defence look like home for the old age people, says Yogesh. Canada in that final third, Gij, says Raf. And lay off the ref, guys. He clearly knows what he's doing, says John. And I've been getting my son into it with the comedy like Argentina and Germany. Michael says, it's a shame. I feel like all 4 CONCACAF teams are in real danger of exiting in the group stage, says Michael McDaniel. Yeah, well, Costa Rica are gone, aren't they? I don't think it's over for United States and Canada and Mexico yet, but they are in a position where they're going to have to turn, certainly United States and Canada, they've got to turn the promise into goals. I think that Canada and USA have been quite good. But you don't want to be the team that everyone likes, but ultimately didn't win. You know, they've got to find a way to score. And Mister is right. Canadians finishing has let them down so far. I'm waiting to see the second penalty incident because I'm not having it. I'm not having that VAR has done nothing. It's a bloody penalty. I'm convinced of it, but I'm just waiting for them to put it on. I'm Belgian. I'm really disappointed, says Sniper. Well, thanks for your honesty there, mate. Thanks for your honesty. Mr. Saunders are coming to school. Okay. Chocolate. Okay. Okay. Is this the second penalty? No, this is just another chance. Or is it? Is it? No, that was the offside. That was a penalty as well. That's a penalty, that is. They got that one wrong as well. I didn't realise this one. You know where the offside happens? Well, why he's not offside, and the follow-up's a penalty as well. Remember the pass back by Belgium to the... So he does this. That's a penalty as well. Oh, no. Well, it could have been a penalty. He gets a little bit of the ball. He does get a little bit of the ball, and then he stamps on him. So that one might not have been a penalty, to be fair. I didn't see he got a bit of the ball. But it might have been given. It might have been given by a proper referee. And I mean, look, everyone's having a pop at the referee, but the VAR people, who are they? Where are they from? I mean, because I think they look like they're bloody from Specsavers. World Cup qualifiers is more exciting. They need to go to Specsavers. World Cup qualifiers are more exciting than the Champions League qualifiers, says Joe RG. Jim White, I agree with you. I don't think that was a penalty, to be fair, because he did get a little bit of the ball. And I always put myself in that position if that was England. And if, you know, but this one, here we go. Let's have a look. Again, good build-up play. Past Witsel. That's a penalty. He doesn't get any of the ball. What are people talking about? Oh, why did people think Witsel got the ball? You need to bloody go to Specsavers. That's a blatant penalty. It's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. That is a stone wall penalty. I can't believe 25% of you must be doing it for a joke. There is no attempt to get the ball. He's nowhere near the ball and he trips him up. Disgusting. Like I say, if you're Canadian, it's a disgrace that you didn't get a penalty. JC says, much love. I wanted to ask what you think of Koch's saves from yesterday. He was brilliant, wasn't he? Absolutely brilliant. Wolf says, such a clear penalty. And any fellow Canadians in the chat, says our boy. You've been robbed, mate. You've been absolutely robbed. That is disgusting the more times you watch it. But remember, the referee misses it. But VAR, what are they doing? He's like me in the cinema, isn't he? The VAR guy's gone, nothing's going to happen in this bit. I'm going to run for a piss. He's come back and then they're going, should I have a look at the penalty? I've had a look. It's not a penalty. He's gone for the piss. VAR guy's gone for a piss. Or girl. Could be a girl. Or they. Remember. Yeah, okay. Absolutely gutted, says Thomas. He's a Canadian. Never a penalty, says Ross. He's looking for it. What? So he's looking to get tripped up. Mate, it's a penalty. I'm sorry. There's nothing in the rule book about a penalty being soft. It's a penalty. Brim says it would be a disgrace even if I wasn't Canadian. So proud to be Canadian right now. Dominated the game and was robbed, says Ross Thompson. And you know what? I nearly went USA. That's going to offend you even more. Canada. I'm Team Canada second half. I don't like injustice and I don't like bullies. And I'm not saying anyone's bullied them, but I wish these tartan pyjamas were Canadian pyjamas because I tell you what, I'm wearing them. Stevie Wonder on VAR, says Jim Jones. Who is in the VAR room? They need calling out because the referee gets it wrong. But two wrongs don't make a right. Two wrongs don't make a right. And two people have got that wrong. Just tuning in after work. How was Jonathan David in the first half? Interested to see. I haven't really. James, he's been okay. I mean, I think he's been a bit, overzealous at times himself. He hasn't stood out to me at all. He's been okay. But I think Canada are a little bit... They need a little bit more composure. If I was the manager, I'd say, Oh, sorry about this. I am being rude, but Adam off the United Stand, who does some of the watch-alongs, is on Piers Morgan, I think, tonight. 8 o'clock. Okay, let's hope that Canada gets some justice in the second half. I've not really celebrated a goal in the World Cup that's not an England goal yet, but I tell you what, if Canada score in the second half, I am going to go for it. Yeah, Adam is on the Piers Morgan channel, so if anyone can do 2 browsers, YouTube, he's on there. If you can clip it and tag me in it, I'll retweet it. He's going to be on talking to Piers Morgan at 8 o'clock. I was meant to be doing it, but I said I'm not doing the watch along, so... they said, could you get an Adam on? And I said, yes. In fact, I can't force him to do it, but I can ask him. Canadians wear a lot on pyjamas, are suited well. Go Canada, says Jack. Pundits get paid a fortune to know ball, yet they backed us more than Canada, even though Canada beat them twice and came top of the qualifying group, says Alex. We need some justice jam on toast, says Emma. Yeah, we do. That's a robbery, by the way. You do get that a lot, though. I've got to be fair. You do get that a lot, whereby they've given you one penalty and they don't want to give you another one. I can't stand that. I can't stand that. This used to happen to me at school on Valentine's Day. You know when they give out the Valentine's Day cards, and some people don't get them and some people do. Like the teacher would take me aside at the start of the class and say, you've got more than 5, but we're not going to give you all of them because it's not fair on the people who didn't get any. And I'd go, well, that's not fair because they're my cards and I've deserved them. I've won them. You know, people love me. They want to give me those cards. You can't just do that. And they say, well, it's not fair on the people who didn't get one. Well, I said, that's not my problem. You know, I should have, if I'd have been a genius, I would have said, I can see where we're going to go. What's next? School sports day where I win that and everyone gets a medal. And it's the same with bloody Canada. They should have 2 penalties. You can't go, you've already had one, you're not having another one. Well, it's a bloody penalty. Give it a penalty. It's a joke. Absolute joke. I'm calling it now. Another upset incoming. Canada will beat Belgium, just like Saudi, Japan. Both went down by a goal and ultimately went on to win, says Hay. Would Eden Hazard be a good fit at Manchester United, says Harris? No. About 5 years ago, maybe. Hate these crap refs and VAR. Also, anyone who faces the wall in the shower is sick. Yeah, I don't get it, Danny. If you face the wall in the shower, you're sick. What if someone comes in behind? Maybe that's the whole part of the plan. Maybe that's it. Do you close your eyes when you're facing the wall in the shower as well and think, oh, was that the door I heard? I'm Canadian. I'm just happy we're playing so good, says Trenner. Final score predictions, Mark, says Luke. Maybe it meant to happen this way. Belgium score first, then Canada score 2 later. Well, we've seen that happen a lot. Who adds 5 minutes in the first half every damn match, says Niran. Oh, I know. And we've played really well and some dodgy refereeing. We just need to sort out our finishing. Should be 3 goals up, says Joshua. I like the way you play. I like the way you move, Canada. But at the back, you are wide open. You will concede goals, so you need to start scoring goals. Canada remind me of a team that might score 3 but concede 3. So, yeah. DW says, I always panic when I close my eyes in the shower. I feel like someone could attack me. I'm all right in a shower. It's the bath. It's the bath that worries me. Because you're very vulnerable in a bath, aren't you? You're lying down in water. You know, somebody could come in and drop some piranha in. By the time you got over the shock, you're down to the bone from the knee to your foot. No more living room football. Hi, Mark. Are you doing the watch-alongs for Mexico and Argentina? I don't know. Canada are a bit like Leeds. Yeah, good point. Good point. So tomorrow's order of events are Switzerland, Cameroon at 10 o'clock. Interesting 10 o'clock game, that. Then Uruguay, South Korea at 1 o'clock. So Uruguay are my dark horse for the tournament. So watch that one. Watch out for them. Portugal, Ghana at 4 o'clock. Ronaldo, Bruno, Dalot, Carrasco. He's come off. But Carrasco and Tillemans have been taken off. Meunier and Onana have come on. He's winning and he's made changes. That shows you everything. And then obviously it's the big one tomorrow night, the final game of Group 1 of Game 1 group stage, Brazil against Serbia. That could be interesting. I mean, we're all hoping and expecting Brazil to be good, but Serbia, they'll have been watching a lot of football and they'll have been going, we've got a chance. Let's see what Canada can do second half. We're up and running. Thanks everyone who's getting involved, by the way. Make sure you subscribed. Every watch along on the channel. Everyone's welcome on That's Football. Subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. There are actually people in the chat who've watched every watch along so far and therefore have watched every game. That's dedication and excellence. Spain really that strong or Costa Rica crap? Says Niran. Great question. Great question. You know what I would say? Spain, same as England. Very good result. Could be the start of something special, but how bad were the opposition? So Spain got Germany on Sunday. Let's see how good Spain are. England, USA, I'd still expect England to win that anyway, but Phoenix is loving the World Cup watch-alongs. Very good games tomorrow, says Eric. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I think we're all looking forward to watching Brazil tomorrow night, aren't we? I think that's the one everyone's... Because I think Brazil are everybody's favourite to win it. But there's no guarantee that they are. You know, I always say South America, European. There's not been a South American winner for 20 years. Serbia might be a better team than Brazil. You don't know until they go head to head. So I'm excited about that one. Do you think Argentina will make it out the group, says Flo? I'll be put it this way, I'll be very surprised if Germany and Argentina both go out in the group stage. We have had that happen before, though. There was a World Cup where loads of teams went out quite early. I can't remember which World Cup it was. There was a World Cup where loads of teams went out early. Big team favourites. Isaac, thank you very much. I think it was 2002, actually. 2002 in Japan. I'm pretty sure that a lot of teams went out. A lot of the favourites went out. United don't need stake money. We have that with our fan base. We just need to be run well, says Jonathan Garland. I disagree with that, Jonathan, and we'll talk about it at 9 o'clock. I don't think being run well is a good move for United anymore. I think football's moved on. I don't think you can just be run well and live off your profits anymore with, you know, I think you've got to have super wealth, in my opinion. I'm not comfortable with that, but I do. The 2002 World Cup was rigged, Connor and Dante say. Come on, Canada. We want you to score. Get a goal, Canada. Justice, jam on toast. Oh, there's a Belgian player down injured here. Vertonghen. He's probably not injured. He's probably just tired. It's past his bedtime. Oh, bad pass there. Belgium will look to hit on the break this half. They've done it well already. Roland says there's no way that Canada will get a result here. What country's got the nicest flag? Says Melons. And Dioff got a move to Liverpool. Wow, says Farms. Canada have got the same problem as the USA, says the Joker. Not a good finisher and a poor defence. France, after lost to Senegal, opener, watch that, says Benji. And Gold Gaming Plus likes Buchanan. Well, they're on the attack again here. He's going to shoot. No. Bad decision making. Bad decision making. That's been a regular issue. I just hope they're not going to run out of energy, Canada, because they did run out. USA did. They ran out of energy. They've got to keep running at that Belgium back four because it will back five because it will get tired. Next goal's crucial, isn't it? If Belgium get one on the break, which they can do. I love how Canada's system is set up to the benefit of their players being fast and physical and their possession is wide and ball progression is fast, says Isaac. Yeah, the thing is you can play through them. There's a lot of space. And I don't think Belgium have played that well, but you can play through them. Canada doing a lot of pressing, says Dougie. Leroy's watched all the watch-alongs. Thanks, Leroy. Appreciate it. Hazard picks it up. Nice ball into De Bruyne. This is where the space is. Onana. He might hit that. Goes for a... Well, I don't know. He should have hit that. That's a terrible, terrible cross. No, it's Batshuayi. Was it Onana? Yes, it was, yeah. Beast of a player, Onana. Obviously, he moved to Everton this season. Come on, Canada. Interesting ball. It's going to go out for throwing. Oh, Meunier's had a yellow card. Well, I didn't really see anything in this, but he doesn't understand it himself, Thomas Meunier. I didn't really think that was much in that. It's very 50-50. If anything, I think Hoylett elbows Meunier in the chest. Oh, well. It's giving it now. Mark, will you wear the Southgate dress on Friday? I don't know, SD. I mean, it's basically been established that it does look like a dress. So, Canada, it's a long way out. I don't think he'll be shooting. He'll be whipping the cross in here. Do they have the aerial ability to cause Belgium any problems? I suppose it's probably the... nothing comes of it. Nothing comes of that. Is he given a corner? Yeah, corner. So corner to Canada. I don't fancy them to score from set pieces, to be honest. I think that's going to be something that Belgium, as much as we've mocked their Jurassic Park defence, I do think that they're going to be better in the air. So corner comes in. No, they've gone short. It's probably quite a clever idea. Oh, that's a terrible ball. Get him off. Hoylett's really not playing very well. Play better, Hoylett. Could do better there. Still the better team, though, aren't they? You just wonder if they're going to fall out of run out of energy at some point. Still plenty of time to go. Oh, an honour there. He's booked him as well. I mean, I don't actually think the referee is getting this right. I mean, I think Canada deserve a goal, but I do think the last 2 yellow cards for Belgium are a little bit harsh. I don't think Mounier should have got a yellow card, and I really don't think Onana should get a yellow card. I mean, it's just naturally running away. There's nothing. That's not a yellow card. I mean, in general, you can always tell a bad referee when they're actually giving bad decisions to everybody, and that to me is just not a yellow card. He's given 2 yellow cards out to Belgian players, and I don't think either of them were. Mark, how so British people get called sir? I realise only certain people get the sir title. In America, we just do it out of respect, says Edgar. And Hay says, Argentina are in real danger of going out the group stage like in 2002. They lost to England by Beckham penalty kick from Michael Owen, fouled by Maurizio Pochettino. Thank you very much for the stats. Yeah, well, Martinez made those subs at half-time. He took Tillemans off for Onana. It's getting a bit heated out there. Bick says it's his birthday. And what a present it would be if the Glazers sell. Would you rebuild Old Trafford or build a new stadium? I would rebuild. I wouldn't build a new stadium. He's taken off Hoylett, who has been a bit toilet. But I don't know why this ref is in the World Cup. Same ref that blew the final whistle at the 85th minute in the African Nations Cup, says Atoro. Well, if that's true, you would question why they would give it to him. I would agree. So Coney has come on for Canada. Quiz question. Who does he play for? I mean, there is a Coney that plays in the French league, but I don't think it's him. I think all in all, the referee's been bad. Coney is very excited, says Brennan. I don't know whether he means to say is very exciting. Plays for Montreal. Thank you very much. Come on, Canada. You do deserve a goal. Get a goal. I think most of the chat would agree that you do deserve one. Here we go. Oh, bad final ball again. Keeps going. Belgium will bring it away. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes has spoken about Ronaldo leaving Man United. We'll talk about that on the United stand at 9 o'clock. So Canada got a chance to put a cross in. Still half an hour to go. I don't know why I'm getting worried here. Still plenty of time. I've played the game, says Mankey. Cross comes in, way over hit. Terrible, terrible. What a waste. What a waste of time. What a waste of everybody's time. I agree with Seth. He says this game shows that Belgium aren't a contender. I'll tell you for free, Belgium will not make the World Cup. They will not make the semi-finals. I don't know. Maybe they'll manage the quarter-finals, but they're not going to make the semi-final. Ghana's kudos said Neymar isn't better than him, said Rudy. And Mark, do you think Ronaldo would rather play every game in the MLS as a king or take a pay cut and come off the bench for a Champions League club, says Maroon. I think the latter. I think he wants to add a cup. I think if you said to Ronaldo, you've got 4 more Champions League goals on your record, he'd go to MLS. But he knows he needs another 4 to make it impossible for Messi to catch him. Ronaldo says that, and it was a very good line, I don't chase records, records chase me. But he's 100% chasing that record for the Champions. Oh my God, what a shit shot that was. This Belgium side is definitely not making the World Cup, says this is Radio Hugo. That shot is ridiculous. I don't think I could hit a ball like that if I wanted to. It was so high. Oh God, getting a bit of cramp. Yeah, I think Ronaldo wants another 3 or 4 goals in the Champions League, and somehow he's got to try and achieve that. I mean, it's not going to be easy for him to get that this season. I mean, the way to get another 3 or 4 goals is to be in the group stage next year, isn't it? And remember, the Champions League is going to change soon. There's going to be more games in the Champions League, isn't there? So his record will get broken by somebody at some point, because it's a bit like Max Verstappen breaking the wins in a season this year. But there's way more races, so of course you're going to break the record. We're going to have more games in the Champions League. I think Ronaldo's obsessed with that Champions League goal record, and I think that's what he wants to get, another 3 or 4 goals. Because if he doesn't, I think Messi will break it, which will destroy him. Belgium on the attack, win a corner. I can see Belgium getting the second goal here. I think this game's going to be one of those where the team that doesn't deserve it wins it. It happens sometimes. Belgium are the Spurs of international football, says Edwin. What game's been the most boring, says Leroy. Would have to be one of the 0-0s, wouldn't it? Mexico, Poland. Will you do an I'm a Celebrity watch along, says Kipper. Wouldn't have thought so. Oh, ref, give him a yellow card for that. Pulled him back. That's a yellow card for Dendoncker. Look, he pulls him back. That's a blatant yellow and he doesn't even book him. Oh, come on. Trossard's on for Belgium. Yeah. Oh, I need to start the stats carousel so you can see all the subs, etc. There you go. Quite a few yellow cards there for Belgium as well. And as you can see, the arrows underneath mean that they've come on. Belgium are in. He's into the box. He overhits it. And he's not going to get a penalty for that. Do you think Canada are finally starting to tire here? Yeah, I agree with Luke. I think the worst game was the opening game. Qatar against Ecuador. Ecuador played in gear 2. And Qatar were terrible. Oh, he's in down the right-hand side here. Keep it in. Cut it back. Oh, for God's sake. He kept it. Come on, Canada. Oh, I think they're getting tired. Here's De Bruyne. This is where he wants it. Good tackle. Good tackle. Did you hear that Canada are being sponsored by experimental boots which morph into Timberlands when they enter the final third, says B. Yakov. Yeah, their shooting has been Timberland-esque. They're not really carving the chances anymore, are they, either? Oh, my God. This is just lazy. If I was the manager, I'd be fuming. They get to the final third and then they do stupid things like that. You're never going to score. The shot wasn't even on. What is he even doing? Change VAR by every team. Get 3 challenges with the referee has to watch it on a monitor. If still not given, the challenging team gets a yellow for a player on the pitch. Manager decides who, like in LHL, says Christopher. Oh, good play by De Bruyne. This could be 3-2. This could be 2-0. They've got 4v3. Great tackle. Brilliant tackle. Brilliant tackle. He just had a bad shot, but he's made a great tackle on Batshuayi there. De Bruyne actually does well. Batshuayi's in the space. It's the right pass. I think De Bruyne would have wanted Batshuayi to be a little bit more alert there. I think Canada are starting to get tired. Gaps open up everywhere now, says Lesnide. Oh, he slipped. I just feel the second goal for Belgium is going to come and kill the game. Experience as well now, you know. Belgium are very experienced, aren't they? Canada, first World Cup. You know, you've got someone like Kevin De Bruyne in your team. Oh my God, what's this defence doing? What do you rate this World Cup out of 10 so far, Mark, says Danny? I still think it's very early to rate a World Cup. I don't think you start rating a World Cup until the end of Game 2, really. I think it's been a 6. It's been average so far. I don't want to. I'm certainly not going to say it's been a bad World Cup in a footballing sense. Yeah, we've had a few 0-0s, but today's been a good day. You know, Germany was a shock for Japan, a 7-0, and you know, this game's been reasonable as well. I think it's been okay. And I think this game's been good. I think this game itself has been a good game. It's just the finishing has been dreadful. And the final ball from Belgium's not been much better. You know, De Bruyne has not been on it. Hi Mark, Souness couldn't take any of Adam's points at face value and instantly reverted back to I've played the game. So predictable, it's tiring now. Oh, Reece, was Souness on? Oh, no. Oh, gosh. I was offered that interview this afternoon. to go on. And I said, I'm not. I'm doing Belgium against Canada, and obviously that's football community comes first. So I asked if Adam could do it instead, and they said, yeah. I could have been sat there and gone, I've played the game. It would have been brilliant. It would have been absolute viral brilliance. I would have said, Graham, with all due respect, and yet I've played the game nonsense. Oh, what a chance. What a chance. It's like missing an open goal, that. Timo Goldbridge. Gutted. I feel like Canada. John Johnson says, how did you pass that up? Oh, mate, come on. I get offered loads of stuff. I don't think you realise how many people know and watch what we're doing. And I'm blowing wind up your arse here. Loads of people know about That's Football in United Stand. I get offered to go on Sky nearly every week and I say no because I don't. It's a long drive to London and I don't want to sit around for 2 hours for 5 minutes. I'd rather just do what we do. I'm not lying. I was lying about the Valentine's cards, but I'm not lying about that. We get loads of offers. I get offered to go on stuff all the time, but too busy with what we're doing. So why did I say no to it? Because I wanted to. This is what I do. This is what we do. We watch football matches. I mean, I didn't really fancy talking. I did fancy talking to Piers Morgan, but I'm not going to drop everything to do it. Graham Souness might have been I might have done that. It didn't matter anyway because Piers wouldn't let anyone speak, says Princeton. I got offered the overlap last season. At the end of the season, I got offered the overlap, and I said no to that as well. Because I'm not going to give the name. It's not relevant. But there's somebody on that panel I just wouldn't sit next to without an apology. So and they won't give an apology. So I've got my morals. Same. I wouldn't go to Qatar because I just don't agree with it. I don't disagree with the World Cup being in Qatar. I just don't agree with people who've gone out there for massive money and then they moan about all sorts of stuff. You've got to have your morals. You've got to be able to sleep at night. Some people would say you're an idiot. You should do it. My daughter says that all the time. Sod it, just do it. But you can't help who you are, and I have a bit of a moral code. Stubborn. It's not Gary Neville. And it's not Jamie Carragher. Here we go. Oh, come on, Canada. Come on, Canada. Score a goal. I don't know if they're going to do it. I think they're getting tired. They remind me of USA now. I know Canada won't like that, but you're reminding me a bit of USA. I think you're just getting tired, and Belgium might just pick you off. You said, what did I say, Kenneth? You said the standard in international football is not great. You were right. No, it's not. It's watchable, but as I always say about international football, it's a bubble. We have to watch it because the Premier League's not on. I guarantee you now, if the World Cup was on at the same time as the Premier League, it wouldn't work anyway because some players were playing for club and country. But no one. It's like the international break. Not everyone watches the international break, but the Premier League, everyone wants to watch it. The quality of the international football is not that good. But we watch it because it comes around every 4 years and there's nothing else to watch. And it's quite a novelty and it's a bit of you're in a bubble. But the quality of the international football is not great. Canada are running out of steam, says Eldry. I'm on the United Stand at 9 o'clock talking about the bidding war for Manchester United. Takeaway tonight, says Kian. Nah. I will try and get on with Soonest Jack. I didn't know he was going to be on tonight. I'm a little bit gutted, but, you know. Top 3 World Cup candidates, says Bink. Well, I'll know more tomorrow when we've seen everybody play, but at the moment, I would say France, Spain, England. I mean, we've only had one game. It's very difficult to say France and England after one game. Spain and England after one game, but they were impressive. France looked very good. I'll be very surprised if France don't go deep into the tournament. But we've still got Uruguay, Portugal, and Brazil to look at tomorrow. Oh, you've got to hit that first time, mate. Oh, come on. Right into your path as you're approaching the 6-yard box, and he takes a touch. Just hit it. Oh, come on. I mean, look, Canada deserves something, but they also they don't deserve something from the amount of chances they've had. Why did he not just hit it? It's right in your path. You can't take a touch at this level like that. You'll get tackled, mate. Mark, would you rather United win the Champions League or England win the World Cup? Oh, Man United win the Champions League every day. I couldn't give a shit about England winning the World Cup. Those days are long gone. I used to care when I was younger. Now I couldn't give a shit. I mean, it'd be nice if they won the World Cup because I'm English, but Man United every day. The question is how low I would go. Would I take an FA Cup over a World Cup? Probably not. I'd definitely take the League and the Champions League over the World Cup. Joseph says that Canada's been the better team by far, but they just can't finish their attacks. Well, I don't think Jonathan David's had a chance yet, has he? This is a... You know what? If this was a league game, you would be going, that's 3 points dropped for Canada. People shouldn't write off David based on one game. He has been great for Lille. I think he'd be good for United, says Daniel Kirk. How far do you reckon Egypt would go in the World Cup, says Connor? Well, nowhere, because they're not in it. And secondly, I've not watched them enough to know how good they would be. So it's a very big hypothetical. That's a lie. No, it's not a lie. Don't start telling me what to think. Don't tell people what to think. It's very offensive. I know what's in my head. I know I would rather Man United win the league or the Champions League than England win a World Cup. I'm not that bothered about England. A lot of Liverpool fans are the same. A lot of Man United fans are the same. I'd like England to win it because I'm English, but I'm not bothered whether they win it, and I'm certainly putting Man United above that. Man United haven't won the league for 10 years, and they don't look like they're going to win the league for 10 years. Not won the Champions League for 14 years, and it doesn't look like we're going to win the Champions League for 14 years. So you can shove your 30 years of hurt, or however many years it is. 100%, I would rather Man United win the league or the Champions League over the World Cup. And if that's controversial, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised because I know plenty of United and Liverpool fans who feel exactly the same. I like England. I want them to win it. And when I was in my teens, I would have never have said what I've just said. But when I was in my teens, we were winning the Champions League and the league every bloody year. Well, not the Champions League. So I'm not that bothered about England. Don't celebrate then. Oh, David, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. Of course I want England to win the World Cup. I'm English, but I don't have to be bloody obsessed. I don't have to have a tattoo on my bloody neck, and I don't need to have a pair of pants with, St. George's cross on it. And I don't drink Carlin out the taps. I'm not obsessively obsessed with England over everything else. I'm not. I prefer club football. I prefer Manchester United. United over England, I'm afraid. Didn't used to be like that. Wasn't probably like that until my mid-20s. But for the last... I fell out of love with international football in probably after 2006. I think we blew our best chance to win anything. And, oh, I thought it was in. Courtois is such a good goalkeeper. It was a good cross. And I think he does everything right with the header. But just not enough power on it. And the positional sense of Courtois is brilliant. Bollocks. That's one thing Belgium have got as well. They've got a world-class goalkeeper, so... Two more subs from Canada. Buchanan's coming off. Miller's coming on. Only 10 minutes left now. Kirsty says, who are you supporting in the World Cup this year, Mark? England. Hi, Mark. Harry Kane, Jeff Shreves has said he has no damaged ligaments in the ankle and has a supportive strap on it. Yeah. Well, I think we all knew that was going to be the case, Connor. I said that at lunchtime. That's just a story to pass a few days with England. There was no way Harry Kane was injured. You could tell. Wait for him in England kit when they're in the final. Oh, David, you just... You know, remember on the United Stand, I talk about the traffic light system. Green and red. Positivity and negativity. And the current state of society is that everybody is either green or red. Yes or no. There is no in between. And unfortunately, the reason people don't understand people like me and many other people is that we don't live our lives green and red. We live amber. We live in between. And I can support England and want them to win the World Cup, but would prefer Manchester United to win the Champions League. That does how do people interpret I would rather Man United win the Champions League than England win the World Cup as I don't support England then? I support England. I'm just not as obsessively as a supporter as some people are who would rather England win the World Cup than their club team win the Champions League or the league. I support England. I've got every right to support England. I am English, and if they win the World Cup, I will celebrate it. But I would rather Manchester United win the league or the Champions League. So yes, I don't support England as much as I support Manchester United. But I'm still English and I still support them. What is hard to consider? Unless you're an absolute who it's yes or no. Yes or no. Canada may as well go for this now. You may as well lose 2-0 than lose 1-0. Good tackle. Oh, he's going to give a yellow card. I thought he got the ball. Had to make the tackle. Alistair Johnson gets a yellow. Did he get the ball? No. No, definite yellow. Rachel says, I agree, Mark. Liverpool for me any day. Liverpool fans are a lot worse than United fans on that. Liverpool is almost like its own country, isn't it? With some people. I can do a poll on club over country if people want me to. I would imagine most people would go with country over club, but it doesn't mean that that's right. It's just opinion, isn't it? I mean, look, there are players who play for Manchester United, probably quite a lot of them who are country over club. I can think of quite a few. But, you know, we can all make our own minds up, can't we? Let's do it. Either or, club or country. I also think the way that your country is managed by your football association makes a big difference as well. Because, you know, if the FA in my lifetime have been abysmal, If the FA was run correctly and you got the best man for the job every time, then maybe you'd feel more engaged with your country. But in my lifetime, well, not even in my lifetime, in the last 30 years, we've probably picked the right manager. Well, 30 years ago was 1992. Venables was a good choice. Hoddle was probably the right choice, but then he said something stupid. So, yeah, I'd say for 75% of the last 30 years, the FA have picked the wrong man. Here's De Bruyne. Oh, even he hits it over the bar. What's wrong with this ball? We haven't had that chat. Is this World Cup ball a bit light? Remember, that's another thing we've not had. Normally in the World Cup, you get complaints about the ball, don't you? Oh, the ball's a bit light. Well, I think it's a bit light tonight. I don't think Canada have got the energy anymore. I really don't. I think they're running on empty. Should have been a red for Johnston. You know what? It could have been. It was a scissor tackle. If he had got a red for it, I wouldn't have said it was a terrible decision by the referee. But I don't think it was blatant red, let's put it that way. Anyway, we've still got 5 minutes to go and possibly another 8 or 9 or 10, depending on how long this referee adds on. I mean, actually, he might finish it early again. He has done that in the past. Got a good show for you at 9 o'clock on the United Stand, by the way, straight after this. All about the United bidding war, etc., etc. Come on, Canada, you do deserve a goal. Can you score one? Mark, which channel has the best commentators this World Cup? I'm trying to subscribe to one, says Shahin. I haven't listened to any commentary yet because I've done every game I've done a watch-along or listened to our watch-along. So I'm in the fortunate or unfortunate position that I haven't heard any World Cup commentary because it's either me talking to you or I'm listening to the studio watch-along that we do. So, oh, why did he not hit it again? What is it about Canada and not hitting it first time in the box? They all want to take a touch. They're trying to score the perfect goal. Just bloody shoot, mate. Yeah, looking forward to Brazil tomorrow. Oh, you can't moan about Canada losing this. I think at half time I felt they should have had a penalty. They should have had another penalty, yes, but they clearly struggle for quality in the final third, and that's then Germany were like that today as well. If you can't score goals, it doesn't matter how creative you are. You've got to have somebody who can score the goals. You think of some teams, they don't create many chances, but they're clinical with the very few that they get. And Canada and Germany are the absolute opposite. They create loads of opportunities that they should be scoring from, and then they've got no one who's clinical. They have been the better team, Daniel, I agree, but there's just no... And maybe they are nervous. They've never scored in the World Cup before. Maybe that's a large part to it. Maybe they're snatching at chances. Maybe their composure's not there. But I'd love them to score late on, but I just don't know. cross comes in, and their crossing's terrible. How many crosses have they put in that are 10 metres too high? I'm an Arsenal fan. I'd probably agree club honours over World Cup, but I'll admit it's a hard thing to say as I really do love my country, says Michael Ashby. Well done. 65% of you went with club and 35% with country. I actually am surprised by that. I expected it to be the other way around, and I would be in the minority. But well, it's all about opinion. Neither opinion's right or wrong. It's just a poll on what people in here think. 3v3 for Belgium. Corner for Belgium. Baths are disgusting, in my opinion. You're washing in your own dirt, says Josh. Yeah, I get that, but I still like a bath. It's just very relaxing, isn't it? After a hard day, there's nothing quite like sitting in a nice bubble bath. But I often have a nice bubble bath and, you know, relax, and then I get out of the bath and get in the shower and wash it off. Best of both worlds. It's like going for a poo, and then you still clean how you can, and then you get in the shower afterwards. Cleanse. Country, I don't do that as much now though because of the heating crisis. I just want to add that you do wipe your bottom before you get in the shower anyway. It's not like a dirty protest where you just go straight from the crap into the shower and use your hand. No. Although in some cultures that's what they do. They don't have toilet paper. Country over club, for me, it's fair to say it's different in Wales because of how small a nation, but more than understandable back in the club, says Dorian. I can't see Canada scoring. Mark, as a corporate lawyer, I want to set everyone's expectations. The size of a United takeover could take ages depending on the size of legal teams, etc., says Alex G. I agree with you, Alex. It also depends on how advanced Manchester United are with the sale already. I put a tweet out this afternoon that there's a rumour going around that the Glazers already know who they're going to sell to, and a lot of the work might have been done already, but I don't know how true that is. Oscar says, in some cultures, people brush their teeth with warm water. Yes. I'm part of that culture. Come on. Oh, final ball. Terrible again by Canada. He's only added on 5 minutes. He's only added on 5 minutes. That must be the shortest we've ever seen. This ref does like to stop 5 minutes early, though, doesn't he? George Crow says, hi, Mark. My girlfriend says you're weirdly attractive. Well, she's a keeper, mate. She's got good taste. Trust her. If you had the chance for United to win the Champions League but Liverpool win the Premier League the same year equals United's 20 league titles, would you do it? I'd need more information than that, Jazim. I need more information than that before I make the decision. Apparently VAR said he needs to add 10 minutes on, but he's took 5 off. That's the joke. If I say it once, I'll say it again. You can't wash yourself with cold water. You know, if you're having a cold shower, I don't get it. For cleanliness, for invigoration, yeah, it probably wakes you up, but it won't clean you. Cold water doesn't make you clean. It doesn't have cleaning properties. It's just like going out in the rain. And who goes in the rain to have a wash? You need the warmth to get rid of the suds and lather the suds and clean yourself. It's been a classic chat tonight, DJ. It has. I just wish Canada had got it. I feel really bad for Canada. I do think they deserve to draw, but such is life. It's not going to happen. They're going to run out of time. They're tired. Luke, you're not banned. Right, Canada, one more attack. You've got 20 seconds to go, and he will end early. He will not play long. That's not going to happen. Chris Sparks, thanks very much for the super chat. Don't forget, tomorrow we're back again with all of the watch-alongs. And tomorrow night it's Brazil at 7 o'clock. We've seen Belgium and Canada. I've been impressed by Canada, but I don't expect much to happen in this World Cup for them because they can't score goals. They've just ran out of energy at the end. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. And don't forget, One Footballer sponsoring our stats carousel. So please download that for free. It's available on every platform. Get all your latest football news and transfer news. Absolutely fantastic. Unlucky for Canada. I really hope that that's not going to be the end of their tournament. Obviously, they are in... What group are Canada in? They've got Croatia, Morocco... They've got to get... I mean, they just can't score goals. I don't think Canada are going to go through, are they? But that's a very good result for Belgium. And it's a result that probably shouldn't have happened. But, you know, Canada couldn't finish their dinner, really. That's it. I'll see you over on United Stand. Lots to talk about. Loads of updates. Dubai investment funds to Jim Radcliffe. Lots to discuss. I'll see you over on United Stand in about 5 minutes' time. Speak to you in a bit. Maddie, can you turn that down, please? It's really